It was actually 3 o'clock in the morning. Abigail and Margaret just arrived home, and she had this feeling that she needed to write the next chapter of the book. So, foregoing the sleepy time, and getting herself some coffee, she drinks some coffee that a friend gave her. Well, actually, it was her wife, and she went to work after that. So she goes to her room, and she goes to her office, and she begins opening up the door, her office door, and then she walks in her office. She closes the door, she walks towards her desk, she pulls back her chair, and she sits back into it. She sits in her chair, she picks up her pencil, and then she begins writing. But before we continue with the story, I would love to welcome you once again to part 72 of the Abigail Freeman story. Let us continue. So, Abigail picks up her pencil and begins writing, like I just said before. She says, I was still in pain, but it was going away. Little by little, of course, bit by bit. I decided that I was going to go to the bathroom, she says. Having some pain in my ankle, I decided to do that regardless. I didn't care. I did not care about that. So I went to the bathroom. I got out after washing my hands, went back into my bedroom, when all of a sudden I hear a knock at the door. It was my mom and my aunt coming in to see how I was doing. They have just spent some time together and have, I assumed, forgiven each other for what happened all those years ago with my dad and my aunt, which I was happy about. So she said, oh, you're supposed to be in bed? Yeah, but I had to go to the bathroom, so I'm very sure that you can understand. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So, me, my mom, and my aunt both sat down on the couch to catch up with each other and to see how we are doing. And my aunt also had a mission of her own between me and her. So we talked for a while. My mom went to bed, and that's when, of course, my aunt apologized to me for the car accident and what happened with my dad. She said I was wrong. I didn't know what was happening. I mean, the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is that I am sorry. And I hope you will accept my apology. Okay. Really? Yes, I do. And with that, I hugged my aunt. I then went, I then went back to bed, and my aunt was leaving. I said goodbye. We said goodbye. Or I waved goodbye. She also waved goodbye. And that was it. I closed my door and I went back to sleep. It was now, of course, 5 o'clock in the morning. The smell was overpowering to me, but in a good way, in the best way possible, actually. So I so I went to see what it was. I opened my door once again, and to my surprise, I saw my mom cooking some breakfast for me and her. I hobbled to the kitchen, to the dinner table, or the breakfast table, actually, and I sat down. I sat down and waited for my mom to finish breakfast. She impressively did. And together, me and my mom ate some breakfast. It was delicious. My mom decided to take me out to take me out to the park. It was a park that we went to ever since I was a kid, of course. After that, I got dressed, and then together we went to the park. We were walking down the streets of Sweet Town. Then we finally made it to the park. We sat down, we had ourselves a good time talking about everything. And I said to her, just to make you proud, I'm going to get to you going to high school. Don't worry, I will. And she said, you don't have to worry. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Yes, but I want to do this. Okay, but if you don't want to do this anymore, I will not be upset at you. You can come home and you can get yourself a job. It's not a big deal, but it has to be what you want to do. Actually, it doesn't, but it has to be what you want to do, okay? If you drop out of school, I will not be upset, but you do have to get a job. But the rule is that you have to do what you want to do with that job, okay? She said to me, promise me. Okay, I promise. Thank you. So with that, we went home. And it was very, very, very cool. As we were walking back home, we saw Margaret and her mom. We said hello, and that was it. We went home. I decided that we were going to order in So I called the delivery, so I called the pizza delivery, the pizza delivery man or the pizza delivery service. And we waited for a couple hours. Then the pizza arrives into our house. It was awesome. I grabbed the pizza. I told Mom that we had pizza here. Do you want some? And together we ate that whole pizza together. And that was it. So, Abigail, looking back at that memory, starts to cry a little bit. She then wipes a little bit of the tear off her face or her eye. And then she gets back up from her chair. She puts the pencil back in the pencil holder and she walks out of the room of her office. And that was it. To be continued. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me whether you like about the video or hate about the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.